don't appreciate that tone, Chuck. Nah, how dare I? Hello, Moon. Hello, Choco. And third member, Unknown. See, Moon understands me. Moon knows. This won't be a long one today because I have to go to a family birthday party today. But I accidentally woke up early, and then I was like, I'll lay down for another 30 minutes. I literally had an alarm. Aria laid on the fucking alarm. And I did not hear it. So when I opened my eyes at 11:45. 11:45, guys. 11:45. I was like, well, shit. Well, this day is shot. And so I was like, well, I got up. I fed all the minions. Okay. Fed them all. Why is it shaking so much lately, Marron? Okay. So I got up. I fed all the minions. Got them all done. And then I had to scrounge around because, as you guys know, your girl just bought a house not too long ago. And now your girl is broke. Your girl's broke. So I am reaching the end of my rations and supplies. So after the 1st of March, we're going to be having to re-up those supplies. But I wanted to start with a few things because, one, if you guys watched my recent video, I was doing my facial care, and some dumbass in the comments is like, oh my god, you blew your nose. And then I'm like, the fuck I did. No, I didn't. Knock it off! They have been calm the whole damn day. The whole damn day. By the way, hi, Quiet Chris. And another person in the comments, though, asked me what my skincare routine was, and it would take too much to type it all out. So what I'm going to do is first, just to make it easier, I am going to show this message, reply to her, and timestamp it. Yeah, but Choco, like you said, at first, didn't it catch on when I didn't actually go, and I was laughing, and then on top of that, when I continued to wipe my face, and then I started putting all the product on. You'd think the logical step would have been, oh, I was mistaken, but okay. Anyways, so here is my current facial routine. It is not complete. I am adding as I've gotten older. Hi, Black Cats. Now that I'm getting older, I am adding on more stuff. There is something else I want to talk about today, guys. If you were on Gothic's stream, you have an idea. But anyways, so I use Burt's Bees because I have eczema and psoriasis. I focus on using aloe vera a lot. Aloe vera, avocado oil. I avoid a lot of the shea butter, cocoa butter, anything like that because it actually messes up my skin more. Ew, Choco, I'm not even reading that. Anyways, so I use every morning and every evening I use the Soothing 3-in-1. This is a cleanser, it's a soother. So this really helps if you have sensitive skin. I use this twice a day. So I have to buy more of those, as a matter of fact. Then right after, depending on the day, at least once every other day, I am using the toner. This fixes the pH balance in your skin. This is the aloe vera toner. They have other ones. I plan on buying a couple of more serums. But for now, this is the current setup that I have. I use the toner all over my face and my ears and my neck. Then I move on to my serums. Now, depending on the time of day is depending on when I have these in a certain order. I have the Rose Hip right here, Black Cats. I do want to get Rose Water Serum, not the Rose Water Toner. Because like I want to spread out my serums and have them throughout the week in different ways to help balance my skin. This is the facial oil, and it's technically a facial cleansing oil. So when it's at night, I will put this on first, and it helps get rid of a lot of dead skin for me. And it also hydrates. Like, this has really helped my skin hydrate really well. And then I'll use the glow up afterwards. Typically for the daytime, I might not use this at all, and I just use the vitamin C. I gotta say, the vitamin C I gave myself a day without using any of my products. This is great. Ocean State? Ocean State Job Lot or Ocean State the brand? Either way, that sounds like it's from Rhode Island, which means I need to try it. But I gotta say, this one's only $10. Like, the serums can be fucking expensive, guys. Like, the serums can be really expensive, but these were not expensive at all. This was $10 and this was $10. So I definitely think they are worth it. And this, I have no idea how long it lasts, but it seems like it's going to last a good long time. This serum, I have no idea, but these are really, really good. You only need 5 drops of this in a day and 3 drops of this. So they work really, really far. Every other day, I'm using my Burt's Bees Calming Serum all over. This one is a little pricey. This one, depending on when you get it, can be upwards of $25, but it's lasted me a long time. You can't get this anywhere but on the Burt's Bees website. They have all their other serums, but for some reason, this one, the Calming series, seems to be the most popular series next to the rose extract one. But this serum I really, really like. It does smell a little weird, but it works really well. It has rice milk in it. Then afterwards, like the entire of the lotions have that anyway. Then after that, at least once a day, I use the eye cream. As you guys know, if you've watched me for a long time, I will say, Quiet Chris, I know you're a dude and all, but this might work for you too. This shit is good. Like, this is just really good products. Also look into Starman uses Everyman Jack, the sandalwood. They have an entire collection that's dedicated to the beard and the face. I recommend that. He has been using it now for almost 3 years, and his face used to break out horribly because he works in a warehouse. And like when I tell you, he used to get monster zips, like bad ones. And they would last for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. He doesn't get them almost at all anymore because we have like perfected his routine to certain cleansers, moisturizers, all those different things. I'm a big proponent in a facial routine for anyone over the age of, honestly, 17. I think when you're a little kid, I think you should just have an SPF moisturizer and wash your face because you're a kid. You're going to be getting dirty. But after you turn about 17, 18, you should work into having just a cleanser, a moisturizer, and maybe a light serum. Nothing with like anti-aging properties. But just, getting in the routine of doing it twice a day, things like that. And then once you hit 25 is when you really should start being good to your skin and adding in the toners and things like that. So I use the eye cream at least once a day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night. It depends on how my eyes are looking. Then, right before I do the last thing, this is the lip scrub. I don't necessarily think you need absolutely the Burt's Bees lip scrub. There are cheaper lip scrubs, as long as it's all natural and it has a good quality sugar or salt in it. Or if you don't want that, you want, I don't know if it's good, but like a coffee ground or anything. Anything that is good for your lips. Sugar tends to be the one that they use for lip scrubs. I use this, and then I have it in the bedroom, but I do recommend this. They have a night mask for your lips that is supposed to go on. And again, I tested because I've been using it now for about 2 weeks. Last night, I did not use it. I wanted to see if my lips felt different. And boy, howdy, I woke up, my lips were so dry this morning. Like, everything felt weird. So, getting off the dead skin, cleaning all that off, and then after you use either this specifically, you would put on your night mask lip thing before you go to bed. But so this is the daytime one, the calming day lotion. This is aloe and rice milk. This is the one that I use when I'm going out during the day. And then this is the one at night, the calming night cream. I don't like the new formula as much as I used to, right? The new formula is not good, in my opinion, because it's thicker. It still works. This is more of a nitpick than anything. But I will say that this works really well. Honestly, Black Cats, I will say this. If you have lips like mine, let's be honest, I got big ass lips. If you have never, ever used a lip scrub before, but you have big lips, I guarantee you have dry lips. It is worth it. 100%. And then, like I said, you put on your face cream, and then right before you go to bed, I'm showing my my night cream. You missed the whole first half of it, Raven. Whatchamacallit. But right before you go to bed, you put on your lip mask, and I will tell you, I have been getting compliments lately about my face. I was already taking good care of my skin. This has updated it. So I'm not supposed to be that person that's like, oh my God, products. But if you need them and it's going to help you, do it. I got a watermelon night cream from Dollar General. I don't know anything about that one, but I would look into the contents because that's the thing. So even though you have that item, check what's in it. Hi, Natanya. Whatchamacallit. Here's the problem. Yes, you could have a product and it's not bad, but it might have something that's actually detrimental to you. You have to keep an eye on what the ingredients are. I use the Burt's Bees because it's got like the least amount of ingredients in it, and it doesn't have those hidden ingredients or chemicals that can damage me because of my skin. Oh shit, I just realized something. I knew I'd forget. Hold on. Aspetta. Choco, why didn't you tell me I had the Hara Murata, the Star Murata thing still up? You're getting a demerit for that. Now you're not getting your pay this week. We give it all to Bubbleita. But see, I used witch hazel in the past, and it did not feel good. It did not feel good. So I wanted to show you guys something. I don't know if we finished it on screen or not. I want to show you a couple of somethings. One, I think today I'm going to line this with you guys while we talk. I think that'll be fun. I want to show you guys a couple of somethings that I did. So one, I did a couple of somethings while we've been away, kids. No, witch hazel is a liquid. It's really good if you get infections down below. We'll say that. So I've been on a ghee kick. I've been drawing my boy a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to stop. My hands hurt because of all the prep I've been doing lately. Like the other day I had to make egg rolls, which really freaking hurt. I come into the stream here in the Norwegian getting chewed out. He's stunning. I freaking love him. I love him so much. Starman knows if he came to life, it'd be over. This is my man. He's stunning. That's the mama's boy. It's not that kind of relationship. If it's going on Mama's Boy, there are other characters of mine that are that. But I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I remember we did it on stream or not. But I finished up Playco. Egg rolls. Yeah, my boss was donating some. We don't sell them, but someone requested because she's Vietnamese. So someone in town requested them, so we're donating them. So I had to do, she made the mixture, and I had to do all the rolling. That was fun. But here it is. And I did another ghee picture. This is some archfey. Well, it's funny that you say it that way. This boy be royalty. Because of course he is. I made him when I was 11. Everyone's a president. But he graduated to being a king. So I have like Desert Jack gave me a really good backstory that I have not been able to play with yet, but now that I'm going to have more time, my intention is to really build the world because the majority of my OCs live in the same universe, and I really need to start building their universe more, which is partly why I'm getting really, really back into drawing them. That's something that I am pushing myself to do because I ghee the heartthrob. Exactly, my Mayans. Exactly. Sorry, I'm putting aside stuff so I can get to the thing I need, which is buried because of Penny. Right, let me see. Is it in here? Here it is. This is what I was looking for. Okay. So for any of you that don't remember, this is my OCs, at least all of the main ones. This is my main OC cast. And I drew this back in 2022. And I drew this on stream with you guys for all of us. So I have done this because I had realized at the time I really wasn't dedicating a lot of time to my characters. She's simpering again. What about my Slua? You'll get your Slua. You'll get it. So the majority of these characters were written when I was a child. I would say the majority came between the ages of 11 and 15 years old. And that would be Angel, Spirit, which I need to change his damn name. It's a terrible name, but I have not come up with a better one. And then there was Guy and Azrael and Fang. Fang, this is the only drawing I have of him currently. I don't even know if I have any other drawings of him. Her simp chart. And so the other ones that came when I was a little older, we'll say 15, 16, was then I made Diablo, I made Red, and I believe Forest came about. What did almost originally? Yeah, a lot of them. Like I'm very loyal to my characters. Then when I hit 19, 20, 21, that was when Barry, Leo, Evelyn, and Aviana came about. And then in the last few years, Placo and Helga. How is this a dinosaur? Whatchamacallit. And so this is my main cast. I haven't made any new characters in a while. Forrest looks like a prettier Shaggy. It was just unfortunate. Because I ran out of colors and I needed to make sure he stood out, especially in front of being right near Guy, being right in front of Leo, who's always dressed all in black. And then being right next, like I accidentally used all green over here because Barry always uses neon colors. But I already put neon orange and pink on her eyes. And I was like, well, fuck, what do I do now? And so Forrest, I just gave him very standard bright green, blue jeans. Didn't think too much of it. There is a very dirty photo that I drew of them back in the day because Forrest and Red are best buds. Forrest is he's kind of like an elf nymph kind of situation. His name shows it. I need to do a pretty good HD drawing. She's got I gotta say, Hunty shared on the Discord, which you should join. Hint, Choco Hooligan. You guys should look. She did a really good drawing of all of her OCs, all side by side. It was really, really nice. I very much appreciated it. As for who lives in the same universe, so these two, this is gonna sound so redundant, but I promise. So these two live in kind of like limbo because Azrael is kind of like a higher being, kind of like a guardianship over a larger area, and so they can cross dimensions because Helga's is essentially a harbinger of death. She's a death doctor. Barry lives in her own. She's just a normie, just a human, regular person. Evelyn is clearly a furry. I just designed her so she doesn't even really have a universe. She is just a character I drew for the funs. I have her just for the fun of it. She is just like when I want to draw fashionista, when I want to draw something for the holidays. Evelyn is just there. Placo, as you guys know, we have designed several characters for Placo's universe. She is a mermaid that came about because of Mermaid, and I designed her once, and I loved her so much that I haven't been able to let her go, and I just love the bitch. She's so pretty. Like, let me see. I drew, and I found, because I was looking through all my notes. Like every mermaid now, I draw her. She is like the queen of mermaid for me. This is this year's that I still have not completed. I've painted a fair portion, but then it just stopped. I just haven't had the time. So like I'm pacing myself out because this is all. There's Placo again. Here we go. Hold on. This is actually ready. Placo's best friend. Placo's cousin. Let's see. Placo as a child. I think it's all. Yeah, it's all Placo I drew. Bring your lesbian half back in the closet and get to artsing. Hold on. You will get your art, freaking whore. Just give me my fix, Cass. What about Tavir? It's an anagram for Vatir, which is the Old Norse word for spirit. Mike Vasquez. Mike Vasquez. You clever bastard. I like that. Somebody shoot that to me in a private message somewhere. I need to remember that. Tavir or Vatir, both are good. I might have to get a vote on that one on the Patreon and the freaking Discord. Sheesh, sir. Speedrunning the family tree, right? Let me see. There's another. See, this is a picture of Azrael. I still haven't posted up. Very proud of it. There's a picture of Angel. Still haven't posted that. Picture of me. Still haven't posted that. Let's see. What else did I draw in this book? Oh, I still have a couple pieces left. Picture from fall that I drew for myself. Still haven't posted that. Like, you know, I'm real good at this, you know. I'm a professional. I'm trying to find. Oh, here they are. This is what I was looking for. Like, I'm still really proud of these. I just wanted them. So I drew these little circles that I drew them with the idea in mind of them being stickers or keychains. So there's Evelyn, Angel, Aviana. That's Barry. You can see again, I put her all in neons. There is Helga. And there's Placo again. Of course! Moon drew that for me, guys. Do I have the other ones? Yep. And I got Granny Gothics on the back. Of course, if you send me things, I treasure them, girl. They all, either they're hidden here in an envelope where the animals can't destroy them, or I've got them on here. Let's see. And this was February, which I have not participated in since. But I loved it. This is one of my favorite challenges I ever did, guys. February was really, really fun. This was when I developed my watercolor marker technique. I've always had at least the one furry. I've always had it. But this was one of my favorite challenges I ever did because it was the first time I really let myself go and just had fun with the prompts. And I was so proud of it. This is one of my favorite ones I did, the Badger. And let me see. All right. This is something. See, I did a sticker of it. I'm really proud of this picture. Why doesn't it have at least one furry? Well, I mean, I don't need to. It's fae. Fairies. And I drew all these with the idea of them being stickers. Let me see. Where's the other one? What was in here? Oh, well. I tried to draw things that I loved. That was my idea. So I drew stars, the ocean. Let me see. Pie, that's one of my favorite foods. Where's the other one? Let me see. There's my. Oh, yeah, here we go. So the tulip moon, that's the one keychain I have made. The ivy star, That was Helga's doctor's equipment. Let's see. I gotta keep going. Gotta keep looking through. This is one where I gotta be careful because I think it's. Oh, here's the other ones. I just found them. Yeah, I gotta be careful because there's some nudity in that one. Then cats. And then I did crystals and sushi. You guys have never seen these pictures. Because. Oh, that was close. YouTube got me, the last time, the 2 seconds of Nip Nop, they got me. They demonetized that stream. So I gotta be careful. But let me get all this back where it was. Shit, where's the drawing pad? Oh, there. Okay. So anyways, to show all that, now I gotta get all this back in. Get this back where it was. So I'm gonna line the deer today, I believe. That's so weird. My live chat is laughing like Bucky. Yes, we should all be very proud of her. She is working very hard lately. Not to give too much away, but I'm very proud of her. She is working very hard, and she is setting goals for herself, and I cannot be prouder. That's all I'll say, because I don't want to get her feeling embarrassed. Did you get it fixed? Now I'm trying to get everything in there. Oh. Can I get the squeeze in there? I can. Look at me. I'm so special. Shut up, Choco. Can I squeeze this in between? Nope. It was wishful thinking on my part. Exactly. It's not a race. It's a marathon. It's going to take a while, but that is okay. Nothing needs to get fixed overnight as long as we're working on fixing it. That is what is important. And that is actually kind of what I want to talk about today. A little bit. So if you were on Gothic's stream, we were talking about theology and faith and beliefs and God. And, if you don't want to have that conversation, you can go ahead and check out, because newsflash, guys, if you didn't know, I'm a Catholic. And if you didn't know, I'm a happy Catholic. And if you also didn't know, I firmly believe that, yes, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Shut the fuck up, Sponge. How dare you, child? Anyways. How dare you make me curse? Anyways. And I'm going over a couple of things in my head when I was talking to Gothix back in the day, and when I'm trying to help her through a lot of really, really tough times and really, really tough situations. And, a lot of people have loved to argue with me about being religious, believing in God, and all that jazz. And a lot of people love to gotcha me. That's my favorite thing. Oh, yeah? Well, if God is real, then why is this allowed? And if God is real, then why does this happen? Why do bad things happen in the world? And you know what? I can say it like this. When you move out of your house, okay? You move out on your own. You no longer, as an atheist, I hate those guys. I literally knew someone in high school who unironically said to me, "Thank God I'm an atheist." When I repeated the sentence to her, she went, "Mm-hmm." And I just walked away because I didn't know what to say after that. But anyways. Shit, I lost my thought. When you're moving out of your house, right? You're out on your own. How do you learn to survive on your own? Anyone? Do you learn by every time you've got to pay a bill, every time something goes wrong, every time you get a little thrown off? Ring, ring, ring. Mom, Dad, I need you to lend me a couple $1,000. Every time you go to jail, Mom and Dad bail you out immediately. Does that sound like someone who's going to grow? Does that sound like someone who's going to be able to handle life on their own? Or slight cognitive, just slightly. That's how you kidnap me or non-existence. Oh, thank you. I drew this in 2021. Thank you. And I'm lining it now in 2024. And I drew this in October of 2021. So, hot while ago. But I wanted to draw something overly detailed because you guys got to realize at this time, I never did detailed. Not to that extent. Everything was large. And anyways. So I ask all that because the Lord gave us free will. The Lord allowed us to live our life completely devoid of forcefully having to follow His will. Okay? And that is beautiful. We get to chart our own course, find our own path, so on and so forth. But in the process of that, that also means that you can't expect when shit hits the fan that the consequences of your free will get resolved immediately. Which is the problem a lot of the non-believers seem to not understand. They want the ability and they want the knowledge that they made all their own decisions, and they're an independent creature and they chart their own course and da 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 da. But they also want to be able to say, if God was real, He'd stop those things. Yes, but then if God stopped those things, God stopped the truly bad things, that means God will also stop what you might think is okay. If there are things that the Lord dictates should not be done, and the Lord dictates are bad, then that means He can intervene with those too, which might seem innocent to you, whether it's who you love, where you go, the things you do, the media you consume, the things you create, any of it. They think they just live their life and God would just step in when there's a disease or a bombing or a fight. No. The lack of free will means you aren't able to do anything, unless it is according to God's will. That is not how you live. You don't live with that. God gave you the ability and the gift to chart your own course and be whoever you want to be. But then you better lie in that bed. You enjoy it. And don't expect Him to come around and resolve what you fucked up. Sorry. That's the way it is. That is the honest to God truth. The Lord is your creator. And as a result, He has to allow His creation to live. And everyone's like, well, God lets children die. And this and the other. No, God did not let those children die. An adult failed that child. Oh, well, God lets diseases happen. No. Humans fucked around and found out, created those diseases. As a result, it infects other people. The hormones in the water, the issues with the food chain, all these different things, we love to sit there and blame God for not solving, yet we're the ones that caused it. It's hilarious to me. It truly is. So these very same people that want to be saved by the God they believe doesn't exist don't want him to intervene when it's inconvenient. They only want him to intervene when stuff that they feel is bad. Make it make sense. Quite literally fucked around and found out. Exactly. And what I also am alluding to, and this is something that Gothic was talking about, is evolution. And now this one can be a bit controversial depending on what part of the guile you sit on. Hold on, let me do these thorns in this crown first, and then I'll say it. My hand's got to be steady for it. I know it sounds silly, but I have to exhale really slowly in order to not shake sometimes. Just look at bugs and ultimate disease. Stop it. Anyways. Another reason why it took me so long to line this, because I fucked around and found out, and I made this entirely too detailed. So now I'm terrified to frig up the details. But I digress. A lot of folks really don't like looking at evolution and saying intelligent design. A lot of folks laugh at me when I say looking at evolution and seeing intelligent design is obvious. They go, oh yeah? Where? And if you're paying attention to me in Gothic's chat, you know what I'm going to say, but this is, to me, I don't shivig it if it sounds retarded. Leaf bugs. I want you to take a second and really think about what a leaf bug looks like. Okay? And then I want you to logically tell me that somehow an animal just willed themselves over selective breeding into looking like the exact shape and color of rotting leaves, when there is nothing in the genealogy of bugs or mammals or anything that would relate them to a plant. You tell me that was all on the on selective breeding of these animals? Stick insects, all of them. Find any bug that looks like something that is not a bug. How about the bugs that suddenly look like snakes? You're telling me all on their own they did that? Get the fuck out of here. When I look at science, to be honest, the animals God made in Genesis didn't give us details on what they all look like. We just assume the animals look like ours today. They absolutely did not. This was millions of years ago. The thing is, this is why I do believe in the dinosaurs and science and evolution and all that. Because on what planet would we believe 7 days to us is 7 days to God? Aren't there plants that appear like other objects? Well, exactly. Thank you, Emo. And I remember you from Gothic's stream. Hello. You're 100%. 100%. I'm looking at a big ass bug right now. It even walks and talks. I mean, it's just suck my left nutsack. How about that? Anyways. Hold on, I'm going to very complicated little flower. At least complicated to me. This is one of the biggest drawbacks to being an artist for me. This is how little my brain works when I line out. I must say drawer. Little hardware software update from God every now and then. I thought you said you're an atheist, but yes. I 100% think that. I feel that what we witness, if you look back in fossils and you look back in evolution, what you see is the only way we can timeline how God made all of us. I can believe in a whole lot because I believe that God is never ending and all knowing. And I believe there's a lot of things we just purely do not understand as one of his creations. And in a lot of ways, we see us. I am, but I can see. Oh, okay, I got you. I feel like balance between both God and. Yeah, there is a balance. But the thing is, God is evolution. Evolution is God. Think about it. All mammals have the same internal parts. And the thing is, if you look back on the Bible existed long before evolution was ever even a thought. But when you hear God talk about it, he created them all from dust, created them all from the same. That's all I'm saying. How can you not see it? How can you not feel it? And, somebody, this is why I had a lot to talk about. Somebody asked me in Gothic's chat when I was talking, I said, living up north, living in New England, and maybe, Chaco living in the UK, or honestly, if you live anywhere where the history has a small, like the population was very, very dense and expanded out, you might have the same thing. Like, I feel most of the American, the American topography was not touched by a lot of life. I do believe, however, the higher up you go, I don't give a shit what it says, I know it's a little crazy, the higher up you go, the more close you get to spiritual power. I do believe that because it's a lot cleaner up in the mountains. It's a lot cleaner higher up there. This is my own take on it. Don't think it too deep. Every time I've been in the mountains of any kind, I always feel very, very connected to God. I always feel a certain sense of spirituality. And living in New England, it was especially like that. And Gothic said it on her stream, and I know because she and I talked about this stuff at length when we were kids. We were teens, but still. You experience things up there that you won't in the rest of the country. Not really. You might experience them in Texas or in the Midwest because there's a lot of things going on. Are we talking about getting high? Not even a little bit, Linda. Not even a little bit. You experience things living in there that can't be explained. Some of it is not good. Some of it is. I have seen things. I have heard things. I have been attacked by things growing up. And it's changed a lot of my life. It's one of the reasons why I was such easy to believe in God, because the only thing that truly made me feel protected was being in the church. When I used to go to my church, I physically felt far safer. God must use a big name. I do believe that. I believe that, first of all, this is something where I am controversial amongst my constituents and compatriots. I don't believe we are the only life on in this universe at all whatsoever. I think that is absolutely stunting the power of God to believe that we can have all these billions upon trillions of planets and stars, and the arrogance of the human mind is that, well, it's only us. No. I believe to start what we exist in is the Big Bang. That's what I believe. Are you also streaming on Twitch? I am. So this particular stream I have on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Oh, excuse me. Just text me. Someone's texting me. Oh, it's Starman. He's leaving plasma soon. Anyways. I think to believe we are the greatest thing that God could have achieved is also kind of insulting to God, because we ain't all that great. We are not exactly perfect. I do believe we have quite a few flaws. And, I thought YouTube chat broke again. Sometimes it does. I admire the faith people have. My personal thought is that God's judgment is dependent on who you are rather than your belief in him. There are a lot of... There's a lot of Catholics, who will tell you that the Lord will allow non-believers into heaven as long as they have been good people and not people who have been harsh. There is, I think the very big problem we have here is that, again, we try to speak for the Lord. We try to judge for the Lord. We cannot. We can only try to be our best to be good in His eyes. We can try our best to be good, kind, and loving people. I tell you guys fairly often that I believe I was put on this earth to help certain things. Cats are better than people. Don't disagree. I know this because, long before I did cat rescue, I purposely didn't talk about cats, guys. When I was a teen, I was terrified of being considered the cat lady. At the same time, I believe in either evolution or aliens, but I am very open to the possibility of anything. Who am I to doubt God? Exactly. We are simply wardens of the planet until our sloth overlords rise to power. Eloquently put, Linda. And by the way, Linda's an author, guys. If you just not new in the chat, Linda's an author. Go to her. She is on Instagram, Linda Rania. Go buy her book. Anyways, whatchamacallit? Rachel was here too. Rachel's also an author. Go buy her books. She posted about them too. Go find the ladies. Do that. Sup, Bublito? How you feeling, babes? But I did not. All jokes aside, I was terrified of being considered the cat lady. Even though I had been doing cat rescue, I purposely didn't talk about them a lot. I very purposely didn't bring them up. When people would ask me what my favorite animal is, I'd find every other animal to talk about but cats. Still gonna start to open, I'm Gucci. Well, that's good. And do you know people kept saying to me, they voted me most likely to become a cat lady, most likely to own a cat rescue, most likely to have a ton of cats. I don't know why. It was not part of my back in the day. So it was weird that already people were putting that on me. And then on top of it, cats kept coming up to me. They kept finding me. They kept coming to our house. Sidetracks going, did you see the trailer for Wick? What? No. Send me that link, Bibs. Send it to me on WhatsApp. I said hi to I didn't see you, Jade. Hello, Jade. I'm sorry, Jade. Hello, darling. But I kept fighting it, and even when I whatchamacallit, I tried to find a purpose in life. I thought it'd be retail. I thought it'd be this, that, and the other. The only time I started feeling great and I started feeling like I stopped fighting the tide was when I finally gave in and I just started saying yes and helping all the animals and rehabilitating and helping them grow and helping them live. That was the first time I stopped feeling so confused about what my goal in life should be. Because once I realized, I've known since I was little, okay? And I said it before and I'll say it again. And people tell me, oh, you're crazy. You couldn't have known that. Right before Starman and I got married, I'd already told him I was afraid he would have a hard time getting pregnant. I knew when I was 10 years old, I started thinking, what if I can't have kids? It was my greatest fear. You guys have no idea how devastated I was because my greatest fear came true. And everyone told me I was nuts and it wasn't true and it wasn't going to happen. And now here I am, over 25 years later, and sadly, not happily, sadly, was proven right. And, hi, Penny. And when things like that happen, just using general, if she gets pregnant, right? Hi, Penny. know you're part of the reason why I was late to stream. You guys don't understand. She was being so cute. Hold on, I can show you. Hold on. You guys know she's my anxiety-ridden child. Look at this. She was laying there just so happy. She was so happy. How could I say no? I know. Yeah? Was you just being needy? Yes, you were. Hello, Real Wade. And so, yes, one of the minions, one of the many minions. And so, the moment I stopped fighting, and I literally said, if this is my path, and there was, I forgot what happened. I want to say it was Bob, which if any of you know Starts on Lore, Bob was one of the cats I moved down here with. He passed away, and he is what started, his death is what kind of started the whole menagerie of today. But anyways, I remember when I first had Bob, we couldn't find him. He was gone for several days, and I had prayed, and I said, God, if this is my path, let me open the door and see him. And who was sitting? We had been calling him. We hadn't found him. We weren't sure his owner had not responded. And I opened the door, and there he was. And I'm like, okay. So once I stopped fighting God, I accepted it. And while I've had some hardships, I've not regretted it. Helping animals has been one of the most fulfilling and wonderful things in my life because I'm doing what God asked me to do. I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do because a lot of people don't enjoy or like handling animals like I do. They can't handle the volume of animals that I can handle. And they find them to be a nuisance, or they say point blank they're not worth it. The amount of people that when I tell them the amount of animals I have and why I have them, that will tell me just euthanize them, just get rid of them, just rehome them. Because in their mind, having more money in my pocket is far more valuable than taking care of these animals. That tells me all I need to know. I cannot count how many times. So I pray. You guys know this. I told you this. I have said you should do the same prayer. I have prayed to God. Send someone my way every day that needs me. If you need me to be kind, if you need me to be their guide, if I am that person, do you know how many times in my life I have lost count? Someone saying to me, I've never opened up to someone like this before. Why am I talking to you about this stuff? I'm so sorry you have to hear about this. I've never been able to talk about this before. Because sometimes you need to be that voice that someone needs. And the Lord is working through you. You are merely his conduit. Whenever I need someone to be kind, she doesn't answer Discord. Conceal, don't feel, let it show. I toss the gloves. And when I tell you guys, if you ever want to see the Lord's presence in the world, ask that. Ask that. Say that prayer. Say, Lord, let me work for you. Show me the needs and I will follow. I will be the shepherd you need me to be. I was getting real, but I'm like, what the fuck? I'm serious though. Guys don't understand. It's you have no idea how freeing it is to know that. You guys know I don't like people. You know that I'm happy at home and not dealing with anyone. But you know what? The fact that I know that I was able to do that work because God bet exactly. fact that I know that I was able to do the Lord's work and help somebody that needed it, to be that voice, to be, even Gothic said today on her stream, she goes, Star Sun's usually mean. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm a cupcake. She said, but she was very gentle and kind with me, because you sometimes need to be that for somebody. And yeah, you might get awkward at that, and they might not want to talk to you that, but they got something out they needed to. They heard things that they needed to. There's no truer statement than the Lord works in mysterious ways. You cannot begin to fathom how much your ripples affect the rest of the lake. You don't know how far your ripples go, because you can't see the other side. And that's okay. You don't have to know how far they go. But that's why I say, compliment people, be kind to people. Do not go out in the world and spread anger. If you're mad at the world, then stay home. But don't walk out into it to spread the anger. The Lord works in confusing ways too, absolutely. Because we are not him. We do not understand. I've said it to you all the time. Watch The Prince of Egypt. Through Heaven's Eyes. Watch and listen to that song. It will help you in perspective in life more than you'll ever know. By the way, if anyone wants their cat featured in my cat infographic, message me on Discord. Bitch, I got 14 letters. I'm not trying to sound preachy. One cat per person. Listen, go to your room. Go to your room. I am not picking a favorite child, but I might today. Bubs, Choco, Moon, fight for it. Like, I know it's difficult, and in a lot of ways people feel kind of awkward because they don't understand it. You guys have no idea how big of a difference it makes in your own life. Because you start to realize that even just the words you say, the way you look at things, the way you feel about things, whether God exists or not, at the end of the day, sometimes there are useless people out there. Maybe. Becomes the one music. How about multiple images of the same cat? You know, they are all the same. OG daytime stream. Hello, Jules. Fight so I can be the favorite. Oh, I have children fighting for me. I like watching Gen Z's that movies like Prince of Egypt because of how emotional. Yeah, because they're not used to movies like that. They're not used to movies like that. Which song from Prince of Egypt? Through Heaven's Eyes. Do you know that one, Silvar? Hold on, my nose is a little stuffy. Let me get a little bit of sip and maybe I can sing a bit of it. A single thread in the tapestry, though its color brightly shines, never seen its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. Deliver us, oh my God. Tears. I cried through almost every song in that movie. But I'm definitely self-conscious right now. Like, I'm so tempted to sing, but I know I'll fuck up because my throat is catching because I'm feeling self-conscious. That's the favorite part, when she starts singing while they're running. You who I call brother. Oh my God. That part is so painful, dude. Let my people go. Oh my God. It's so painful. Like, when I tell you that movie, if you are a Christian, if you are a Jew, if you are a Christian, if you are a Catholic, literally, I'm getting filled with emotion just remember. I love that movie so much. Jonathan Young, Caleb Hayes covered the soundtrack as metal songs. They're just good songs. Like, it's just a good movie. It is one of the most accurate religious movies made, which is still not saying much because there's a lot of inaccuracies in it. But it's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful film. Hush now, baby, still now. Why are you trying to climb my butt, girl? even if you're not a Christian. Oh my God, yeah, the brotherly love. Ugh. You who I call brother. Oh my God, it hits so hard. I keep playing with the big boys. That's a good song. That's a good song. What do you like to listen to normally? Oh shit. That's a loaded question into War Machine, because the problem is that I've got like, I don't know how many of my playlists are public, but I've got like 10 or 15 playlists, and depending on the day. So I have a classic oldies playlist, which plays a lot of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Eagles, Journey, Nat King Cole, Elvis, so on and so forth. And then I have the Disney play track. I've got the Hell of a Boss Has Been Hotel soundtrack playlist. I've got the Steven Universe playlist. I got the MLP playlist. I have cute intro songs to shows and ditties on commercials playlist. I got my Backstreet Boys playlist. I have yet to make my 90s playlist. I still gotta make that. I have my random favorites playlist. I have my show tunes and theater playlist. I am a very eclectic music person. Any playlist for your OCs, or are you normal? I'm normal. But that's only because I really... Okay, so I'm normal, but I'm not normal, and here's why. Are you ready for this? Because I feel like I'd be being rude deciding their music for them. So, is that normal? I treat them like they're kind of like real old. But I will say, when I listen to music, a lot of the animations that I'm planning are gonna be my OCs. So there are songs that make me think of my OCs. Like Nick Carter's 1999. Okie, all the way. You're the god of their world. Shh! They don't need to know that. I can't dictate plays. See? Emo gets it! See? I feel bad. Like, who am I? Because the problem is that I make my OCs to be a creation onto themselves. I never want to be somebody who literally all their OCs are just them. Like 3 weeks ago, I forgot what the problem was. My grandmother asked in dramatic Latin fashion, how did this happen? And I burst into the bells of Notre Dame! Which is literally, okay. I don't shivig it. Top tier soundtracks. Like, these are the 3. Top tier. Didn't need to go as hard as they do. Totally under... they don't get the recognition they deserve. Can't think of the word right now. Is Spirit, Stallion of Cimarron, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Prince of Egypt, because only until recently I've heard people even talk about it. Shit, I hate it. This is the one thing where, like, and you know the thing is, guys, the other day, I was up late washing dishes. Okay? And while I was up late washing dishes, I was listening to the Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel soundtrack. I have a little playlist. And I heard growling. Okay? What it was one of the cats attacking Penny. So I wanted to see, because where I was at the sink, here's the fridge, I could not see what was happening. So I went back in the video on my Ring camera to see what had happened. So I had an idea in the future of who I should yell at and all that shit. And what I didn't expect was to hear myself singing. And I sounded really good. I sounded really good. I was very proud of myself. If you guys are having an issue with your chat, completely exit out, shut down YouTube, and come back in. I definitely connotate certain song genres to my OCs, but dictate their every taste would take up too much brain space too. 100% emo. 100%. But I could hear myself singing, and I was really proud of how my voice sounded. However, I am still terrified to sing knowing people are listening. So if I go, then before the shower, I was like, that was me. Right, Jules, like I sounded good. I sounded good. And you've got a gorgeous voice. Oh, thank you. But the problem is, for years, I've gotten very high latex. Oh, your membership ran out. Oh, okay. I was told how terrible my voice was. And it's real sad when you have to ask yourself to repeat something because you weren't paying attention. Mm-hmm. I've done that. Star Song debut album when? Oh, February 31st. Uh-huh. And I've had both Moon and Chaco listen to me sing. They've both told me I sound good, and I'm still like, do I sound okay? Like, I'm still there. Like, I am not there yet, kids. I want to be, but I'm not there yet. So, like, I'm at the point where what I might do for the patrons is I might do some singing videos and post them there. You guys want to sing it? You can. You don't have to. It's completely of your own free will. And then if it's cringe or if it sounds terrible, because I don't want to be like Pearl. And, Michelle said I had a good voice, but I never said that. I never been and never will be nice to you. Bitch, see the lies she tells? Let's see. There's so many tiny details. Why did I do this to myself? Yikes on trikes, Pearl. And so, like, it's definitely one of the few things I'm still genuinely insecure about. And what it comes from is I never want to come off as desperate for attention. Because I hate it. I hate when someone's desperate for attention. Let's not Pearl. What's this, Mr. Krabs Pearl? What, baby boy? You had me all morning. What is it? What? Did you have a good nap? Oh, it's a baby boy. To be honest, I think I've made a lot of characters before to go with stories I make, but I don't consider them OCs because I have no connection to them. They aren't linked. Right, like, I've made a lot of individual characters for, like, Inktober or February or Mermaid, but they were a one-off, right? Like, for instance, there's this little blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy I draw every year in Inktober when they give me something that I don't want to draw itself, so I make it a costume. I don't consider him, I don't consider him much. Moxie's looking at me. Oh, I don't like that song. I actually, like, here's what I will tell you, right? So, found out that, you guys don't remember Living's Tombstone, right? Discard, I'm howling at the moon, sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. So, he writes all the music for Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I just found this out the other day, and I'm like, no fucking way. Now I know why his music is so catchy. Now I know why all the music in the show is so damn catchy. I ain't giving up chocolate, no challenge breeds. Right! Guys, he's the one! He's the one writing all the music! He writes it! He wrote 2 Minute Notice. He wrote Bitch, I'm a Clown Bitch. I have one character in particular that used to be a persona I'd use for Minecraft roles. What? Who? You have to wait on the stream. Rachel, it might be outside. If you were not a brony of any kind, if you were not on the internet during that time, you wouldn't know. But he wrote some of the most iconic music for nerds back in whatchamacallit, back before. And it was some hot shit. In the good way, not the bad way. And so when I found out he was the one writing all the songs, I was floored. Hold on, guys. That was actually my boss. Let me make sure she's okay. I'm going to mute you guys really quick.
Hello?
Hey, I got the stream on mute. I had to get on late. What's up?
Oh, you're still working? I figured you were off.
I was going to be. I was late.
Okay. No, we just gotta redo that quote for her to add the bread and all that stuff, so I was gonna talk to you about it.
Oh, okay. I have to go to Woody's birthday party tonight at Santos. But
okay, so no, but you said that she needs the quote to bring it to the meeting on Sunday, right?
No. She's gonna talk to them on Sunday, and I said I'd talk to you. She's gonna bring the current stuff, and that'll be it.
I'd rather she replace it with the right stuff. She can make it on Sunday, is what I'm saying.
Well, thankfully I didn't say anything too important. So the wrong mic is on then. Reporting her for spamming Penguin. Why the hell is the wrong mic on? I don't listen to FNAF songs. I don't really like any others except for my ordinary file. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Well, thankfully it wasn't anything too much. But yeah, now you heard my voice. You almost sounded human. Well, I mean, she is one of my best friends. I felt a foot pedal. No, see, the thing is, right? So here's how my mic works. See? So the mic you guys were hearing is for the document camera, which once in a while, I don't know why, on its own, Restream will switch. It will go from the quadcast, which is the only one I need, to this. And I don't know why. But thankfully, you guys didn't hear anything too important. So, don't hear you touching it at all. Right. So it's on top at the touch. Whatchamacallit. And so you just literally tap the top of the mic. It's touchscreen. And you turn it on and off. That's how it. You see? I'm like, oh, that's why. Was Bubs here? No. So again, please. No, I realize you saw down my shirt, you pervert. I forget. You know, I am somewhat unaware sometimes. Who, me? Yes, you! But I'm gonna have to go in and edit out this stream. But why do I see his previous comments in the chat? Whose previous comments? Oh yeah, Bubs was here. I thought you meant in the actual like talking part. I thought you meant in the chitter chatter. But what was I talking about before we all went on the accidental not muted? Which, by the way, thank you all. I thought as soon as I saw you're not muted, I was like, oh, and then I said, no, I'm joking. I thought she said I'm joking. I realized she said I'm not joking. And I was like, oops. My little helicopter program got shut down by the army. Oh. What Greta Weta? Living Tombstone and OCs, yes. So I kept wondering. One day I sat there and I was like, there's a disparage, right? Like some of the songs in Hell of a Boss, I can't stand. Like I do not understand why everyone loved Veronica's song. I hate it. Down to Bone Town, I thought it was so dumb. Like it is such a boring song. And what's a topless favorite Nip Knobs? No, I wasn't. No, I'm pretty sure I wasn't. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good. It's one of my favorite songs. And I'm like, why? What? I know it's not a catchy song. It is not a good song. Why do people like it? No idea. And it's not something that I enjoy. So then I looked it up and I was like, these songs are really catchy. Clown Bitch and 2 Minute Notice are like really freaking catchy. They're really good. There is a difference. Who's writing these songs? Stolas has some phenomenal songs. The one that's coming up on this next video, whenever it comes, oh my god, the animation. Ah! When she gets, and mind you, most of the people that she has for Has Been Hotel have done voice acting for Disney, which I think is just in its own way hilarious since the whole theme is Disney Princess in Hell, and all of them have acted for Disney. And I think it's kind of funny. I do think it's pretty funny. Poison is a good song. I don't enjoy it because I don't like the way that they make the actor who sings for Angel Dust sing. Respectless is so good. So freaking good. But I want you guys to guess which is my 2 favorite songs in the show. You'll never guess. It's so hard to figure out. Yes, the voice actor for Husk is Dr. Facilier. Exactly. Didn't he also voice Goliath? I still haven't watched it because I'm a busy bee. And Little Nipple, no. Yup. The voice actor for Vaggie, she is Mirabelle. And what's hilarious is everyone kept saying, Stephanie Beatrice. And I'm like, I know that name, but it can't be that important. And then I was like, holy crap. Cotton Candy is one that I like, but it's actually not one of my favorites. Although it is a pretty decent song. Kesha helped write that one. It's Stayed Gone. And then the second one is either, because it's kind of a tie, The Show Must Go On, or Hell's Greatest Dad. And then, just because they like, honestly, the entirety of the last 3 episodes, like the Cannibal Colony song, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Whatchamacalls it? Crap, I got something in my eye, and it hurts. Speckless is just so good. Oh, and, You Didn't Know. You Didn't Know, really freaking good. Really freaking good. If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie. See, I can hear my voice cracking right now. Hell's Greatest Dad is so funny. Mm-hmm. Agreed, Jade. If angels can do whatever and remain in the sky, rules are shades of gray when you don't do what you say. You make the wretched suffer just to kill them again. I don't know if I can get as much of a copyright with Has Been. There hasn't seemed to be a lot of copyright fighting on that one. I feel like Disney's a little too lenient on that, actually. That damn accordion! Oh my god, no! My favorite part of Hell's Greatest Dad was the Devil Went Down to Georgia reference. I live for petty drama that has to. I love Alistair. Alistair's been my favorite character. Like, he was the one that I liked the most, but now I can affirm he is my favorite character. Oh my god. Especially watching him. So, alright, again, stupid. Not with that singing. You're safe from copyrights. Wow! This is what I'm talking about! This is why I don't sing. So have Has-Been Hotel and Helva Boss been picked up by another streaming service because I keep seeing advertising for them? Yeah, I know, babe. I just heard. Do you want me to get the dogs out the way? But yeah, that's why I don't sing, because I can't tell if it's a joke or not. And I'd rather just believe it's not. I can physically hear him. I hear a husband. Hello, unknown. Hello, Esteban. Matt, I know you're here. Don't get too comfortable. What do you mean, why? It's Tuesday. Okay. Uh-huh. And where are we supposed to go tonight? Where are we supposed to go tonight? Where are we supposed to go tonight? Which I told you earlier and last night. She's denying my pond. She promised me a pond. Listen, you ain't getting that pond now. Just take a nap. Once I'm done with this, then I'll get ready and then we'll go, okay? Canadians don't deserve ponds? Is that a fair compromise for your pond? I mean, depends. What kind of kiddie pool are we talking about? Because there are some really fancy ones. See? I did the least intimidating part. Him. Now I got all it. Kill me. Pondering what else she promised? Well, since he's my oldest, I promised him my firstborn, so I already got that part. You haven't done shit today. I fed the animals. I'm normally pretty good at getting the household chores done and stuff like that. Like, I'm pretty darn good at getting all that settled. Of course, now, guys, if anyone ever, I'm just thinking back on it. Finally done got full score on my. Oh, nice. Perfect. Congratulations, Emo Trash. If anyone ever wants to say that you guys doubt my job, like, you ever see someone saying, she doesn't work, she doesn't do all that, you just literally heard. Sadly. I didn't want you to, but you just heard how I'm the one coordinating all the events and doing the quotes and stuff. So while it's not how I wanted it, now I've got witnesses. Some days are just talking about care of the zoo. Ain't no shame. Right, you know what? Some days. Well, I'm also holding off on doing any heavy chores because Starman has a week off coming up very, very soon. And we are going to get a lot of stuff in the house done then. We're going to do a lot of overhaul on our clothes in the bedroom. We are going to get rid of and clean up and put away a lot of things that we just haven't been able to for the last several years. Because he's having a home staycation. And I am in the position right now where I can do the work. And a paid actor, right? You know me. Just got all them YouTube bucks to spare. Oh, the husband has a week off. Let's plan all kinds of shit. Yup. But in my defense, I'm only planning it for the beginning of the week. Scam likely. No. Yeah, see, this is as far as I got for backgrounds, Moon, which is just the plants right there behind him. Notice the big empty space? I was referring to my 2 cats who keep my hands full. Don't know how the cat ladies with 12 of them handle it. There are days when I have a hard time. There are days. Because I got 14. Oh, yeah. Prepared for scam likely all this year, right? Especially this fucking year. This year we're gonna see a lot of just like, hi, this is Donald Trump, this is Joe Biden, this is Gavin Newsom, fuck off. This is suck my dick. How about that? Draw a barn, but it's supposed to be a mystical, forest god, not not a run-of-the-mill deer. This isn't your everyday kind of deer, Choco. This deer is special. I forget what inspired me to draw him. I'm trying to remember because I was reading, I want to say this was a comic that I read on Webtoon. And there was like this mystical looking creature. And I was like, I want to draw one. And I did. See, this pen is really fantastic for my hands. I just gotta buy more of them. By special, she means it has a mountain. Maybe. This is your Nigerian prince wanting to give you a small loan for $1 million. My mom had a friend who worked at a small local zoo decades ago, and he took some kind of monkey home for a sleepover. Yeah, do you know, hello, Choco sister. Do not beat her yet. Wait till I'm done with her. Then you may destroy her. Yeah, this is the Pigma FB. It's only $7. I need like 20 of them, I swear to God. This is the best for my hand I have found, because the problem is when I use a fine tip, like I use one of my regular microns, they are fantastic, but I get a little too intense being worried I'm going to break the nib. And I get like I tense so bad. With this, I don't have to. With Bubblito, I'm going to tell my daughter-in-law. Because I can get really fine details on this without applying almost any pressure, which is really nice. Pigma ball. You got me. Would someone possibly explain to me how you tag other chatters in live chat? So what you have to do, Jules, you have to use the @ sign. My sister is gonna name her pet rat Star Son. Nuh-uh, I would actually be super, like, bro. If she really does that, I'd be so happy. Yeah, honestly, Moon, and you know what I mean. When the time comes, I'll show you. But these are really good. And they come in a variety of thicknesses. So, like, if you're doing really, really big projects, you can see the nib difference, right? So if you were doing something very, very large, this would be better than this. I do a lot of small. It's a fat rat that's albino. I don't care. Do it. Yeah, latex. Jules, just like that. Grandma's making chicken and dumplings. Oh, damn. I don't do much traditional anymore unless the classes demand it. Otherwise, I'd be over semi-struggling to figure out how to do... Right? I think Ibis is one of the easiest ones to use. I think you're in the wrong channel for that. Star Sons fans don't care if you're offended. Wait, who's offended by what? I'm confused. I didn't see Jules offended by anything. Or was it Latex that was offended? She says, good night, love. She says, good night, love you, but that may have been for the rat. I don't care. If the rat is real, I demand photos. Said, as part Canadian, I'm offended. Take your offense. You and Castro's son. You can't control Z IRL, right? That's one of the reasons why I prefer, like, again, I've always had controversial takes. I do believe that there is some truth to learning how to draw in real life before you learn to draw online and digital, because I feel you need to learn to be able to, well, yeah, and I understand that part, Emo. The rat is her hallucination. Damn it. I feel so disappointed right now. I wanted there to be really a rat. I think I'm going to get about 2 more antlers done, and then I'm going to call it a night, because we got to go to a birthday party soon. Which is not very far away from us, as you guys heard. I like your... Oh, thank you, Moon. I've been rats before. They locked me in a room, a crazy room, a room with rubber. Rubber made me rats. What is Black Cat's responsible for 98% of? We offensive in Discord, even more so in voice chat. Yeah, you guys are terrible. I gotta find a style for my art. I think your art looks great. But I do think once you find your own style, it's great. I've heard Star Song gets controversial in the live stream. Yeah, they bad. They naughty children. It's usually Black Cat sending me something to make me mad. Hunty sent me something weird on Twitter last night. And I wasn't sure how I felt about it until I saw the body positive trans furry, and I was like, you know what? I know how I feel about this now. Ooh, the deer looks magnificent. Thank you. He has been... I've been very intimidated by him for years. Just imagine her howling at the moon and transforming into a transforming werewolf at night. No, that's the worst thing. It wasn't a werewolf. Although me, I can be a werewolf. Aroo! Yeah, like normally doing something with this much detail, when I drew this, my hand was hurting afterwards. I transformed into a they, he lesbian at night. Excuse me for having priorities. Latex, so true. She's a furry. And ew! Choco! Why would you lie on my name like that? I am versed in both digital and traditional, just have developed a preference for digital, mostly for the fact of needing a ton of... I think it's more like your eyes, probably, because, like, again, I get very frustrated with digital to begin with, because there's certain things where you can just literally just erase, or just simply do, and you can't just simply do when you do it on digital, and it does, like... And there's other things where you can simply do too easily on digital, so it's I have a complicated relationship with it, okay? I have a complicated relationship. On the one hand, I love it. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think there are people who absolutely can do it. And this is the thing that people don't get. When I say that digital art, hold your breaths, don't pick up the pitchforks yet, is cheating, I say it for this reason. I am not saying that doing digital art does not take work. I am not saying that doing digital art doesn't take skill, time, and practice, and that you don't require skills and learning to do it. Now, that being said, okay? That being said, there's a lot of things you get to do in digital artwork that is literally impossible. I've not seen the Blossom podcast yet. You guys can link it, and I will go look at it afterwards. I hate that dude with a passion. He is an asshole. But, that being said, when it comes to digital art, fixing mistakes, fixing sizing mistakes, going back, layering, coloring are all made infinitely easier, and in my opinion, do stunt you slightly if you don't learn how to do it first in traditional, because you don't learn how to get right up to the line and do what you want. You don't learn how to, like the way I'm doing it right now, do your line work, see the whole picture. You only learn how to do it in the digital format, which a lot of times, if you don't do the line right, you can literally just take it and smooth it. If you don't do the hand the right size, you can literally just do the free transform tool and make it smaller. There's a lot of things that you can do that, in my opinion, stunts you as an artist. See, Moon, thank you. Moon understands what I'm saying. It is the shortcuts that stunt you. And that is the only reason why I want people to learn on traditional first. You prefer digital? Bitch, go off. Do you? Because there are a lot of things that I can't do on digital. There's a lot of things that I can't do because my brain goes, I can't figure it out. However, I can find a plugin or a brush to do it for me. And that's the problem. There are things that I haven't been able to figure out how to make
that I don't have to figure out because someone has made a brush for it, or a plugin, or a template that I can use as a cheat. And a lot of digital artists, even the exceedingly talented ones, that I know for a fact, like Sketchy Finch, she and I are friends. Well, you know, in the most internet form of it. I love her. She's an awesome person. She never asked me about my politics, and I love her for it. She and I talk in DMs. I'm excited. She's finally going to release her Patreon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. That being said, she was one of the people that did not like how I said that. And I'm like, people like you, I'm not referencing because you do the work. You go and like, she literally builds her characters from the ground up. She starts them from the bone structure into the muscle structure. She draws them completely naked, and then she builds everything up. She's a very good artist. People like her, I'm not talking about. And I'm not just saying it because we're friends and because I like her artwork. I'm saying it because when you put that kind of work in, I understand. But you also took the time to learn. You studied. You learned traditional artwork. You practice it. Yes, and there are definitely Ohuhus are a great way to start. I gotta say, they are a fantastic way to start. Ooh, what I hit? Is that what there are? Yes. There are. Well, it's just like the AI people. Do you know there are people that do AI and consider themselves artists because they type in the right words and manipulate the thing, and then they might go back in and they might digitally transform the AI artwork a little bit. And my issue is, look, you want to say that you played around with it, fine, but when you do a lot of cheating, you do a lot of shortcutting, you have to be honest about that. You have to be honest about that. Like the Star Girl that I drew on digital, we all know that there's a lot about that thing that I did not do myself. The entire galaxies and clouds and all that, I didn't fucking do that, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And it looks better than most of my traditional pieces because of that. But what pisses me off about it is I don't know how to do that, and that's a problem for me. That's probably the biggest shortcut I can imagine taking. Where you're going to sign your name. I got in a fight with somebody on Instagram about it. I posted the screenshot. It was hilarious. You know, that's even less cheat than traditional drawing, sculpting, the superior art form. I don't disagree that sculpting is a very difficult art form. I think that I could do sculpting better than I could do digital artwork. So I do believe there's kind of a double-edged sword there, darling. I do believe that there are people that can't sculpt. Sculpting, you have to have a really good idea of what is 3D. Yeah, the AI artists are the common enemy here. As a whole, I prefer digital artwork, but I do sometimes crave the traditional paper. Like, there's nothing better than just you and the paper and the ink and the lead. The other night, guys, me drawing Guy, I felt like I was 18 years old again. It was such a freeing moment. Let me tell you something. To feel like I was a young kid again, just enjoying my artwork, connecting with my characters. There wasn't a camera, there wasn't anybody, there wasn't anything but me, my music, and my character, and I was loving it. Oh, it felt so good. I stayed up so late that night because I finished the line art on one, I redid the line art on another, and I made 2 more from scratch, and I was just so happy. Shad is one of those who boasts how great AI artwork is, yet spends so much time rendering and putting his stuff back in the AI. And I'm saying, I still stick to what I was saying. I am not threatened by AI artwork, not in the way people are. Like, I'm not threatened about me not being able to be an artist. However, I will say, I do 100% think that it is going to quote-unquote take someone's job. However, and I said this before, anyone that is going to choose AI over an artist
would have found a cheap way to do it anyways. That's the problem that a lot of folks don't want to hear. They would have gone to Fiverr and gotten someone cheap to do it. Procreate is a good drawing program, but it's on the Apple iPad, very pricey. Right. I prefer XP Pen just came out with a very nice touch tablet that I wanna I'm waiting for after a year or two, and I'm gonna probably invest in it. And it's its own thing. It's not like a tablet to attach to a computer. It is directly just like an iPad. I'm contemplating getting that. And as for Procreate, I feel Clip Studio is better. There's also Ibis, which is fantastic. Those are both really good drawing programs that are easy to use, very user-friendly. So I like those. Ibis Paint, IBS Paint, Irritable Bowel Syndrome Paint.
It's really good. You stop that.
Let's see. Metabang. Metabang? What's that? Ibis Paint is great. Just want to let her away from being IBS, though. My device died, so I missed like 10 minutes of the stream. Oh, I'm sorry, Latex. You see my redraws doodle of my OC's sun and moon? No. Did you post them in the art channel? Because you know me, I don't pay attention.
I'm too busy trying to build a structure here, kids. Your girl is trying very hard to build what she needs to at this house so I can take the next steps. Because honestly, I am contemplating
rearranging the household to adopt.
Which would change a lot about when I would stream and how I would stream, but we'll see. One step at a time. Starman's napping right now, but he hasn't even heard my plan about this. But it would take a lot.
So, okay. I got 2 of the antlers done. Char doesn't check Discord. She only posts in drama. I mean, where's the lie? Where's the lie? And the answer to that is yes, but I'm hoping more than one. With Izzy coming soon, I would rather like to make sure that 1, she is not alone. And 2, I would very much like to make sure the family expands. Again, there's a lot, but we'll see. So for now, guys, I want to thank you for the theological discussion. I leave you guys unsupervised in the Discord all the time. The only supervision they have is Arcsoul, Choco Hooligan, and Bublito, and After 40. Poor After 40 being mostly the voice of reason there. And then the rest of them just run amok. I know, Panny. You feel bad. Yeah.
And so here's what I'll tell you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video that I released yesterday. There should be another video coming out this week. I'm going to try to get 2 more out. Don't let her adopt you. She promised you things like a pawn and never delivers. You got your pawn taken away. Like I said, stars on Lisa's a super fight. You hear that, guys? That's about you. That's about you. That's dictating how bad you two are. Love the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, I am so thrilled you guys are here with me. I'm sorry that it was so late. And whatchamacallit? I'm sorry that it was so late, but I'm glad I got to show you guys some stuff and talk about some certain things. And you tagged me in the art. Thank you. The hope is, guys, I will be getting a lot more OC art done. I'm feeling like here's Leo, my little assassin. I'm really trying to connect more with my characters because, all right, this is the honest to God truth. My goal is that I want you guys, you know me, okay? I'm gonna be very real with you all for a minute, okay? I want to be as honest and serious as possible. It's gonna sound so cringe, but it's true. I want the people who really like me as a creator, as an artist, to love my characters and to want to see them and want to see them in content and want to see me draw them. I want you guys to know their lore, but I'm very worried to do so because I worry that that is a big ask. And I worry that that is something wrong to ask. On top of that, you know, I don't like you, bite me. You know, there's a lot of things. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't often ask my audience for stuff. I never make monetary goals. I never do crowdfunding. The only time I asked for anything was when Penny almost died. And I asked for help with the medical bills. I don't crowdfund for anything that I need and or want. I will say this year, I do have a goal of 25,000 subscribers. I would like to, at the bare minimum, break 20,000. But I would like to get to 25,000. I want to see how I can climb. So having this new schedule at work, having the freedom to build all this, do things at home for the restaurant while also working here, I want to work with you guys. I need to plan more things for my patrons. I need to plan more things for my members. I need to make it worth it. So I need your guys, not only, you know, opinion, but I need, you know, consideration. What would make you want to be a member? What would make you want to give me $1 or $5 a month? Would a monthly video stream purely for members or purely for patrons be enough? Would there be, what is something that I can feasibly do that I can monetarily commit to? Because the problem is, like, yes, doing giveaways and stuff is fun, but the problem is that with inflation and everything else that I've noticed over the last 2 years when I've had to do stuff, it is too expensive for me. Every time I've tried to do it, sending the smallest thing, I had to sit there and say, especially with how I just don't make a lot of money. To be honest, I don't. Sending something for 20, 30 bucks is a lot. Even sending something for $5 to $10 when I need money to, exactly. Jay just made a perfect example. He needs to have money to be able to even give me money. Oh, and I'm getting a message from the family right now. Hold on. Anyways, so I need to know what you think would be a good thing. Would, you know, doing a monthly stream, doing something where I talk more about personal stuff. Try doing monthly Discord voice chat where there's enough interest and participation. Well, yeah, because the thing is, everyone on Patreon is technically invited to a private patron section of Discord. Only 3 of my patrons have ever taken part in that, and most of them just don't care enough to go into the Discord part. So that's one of the reasons why for Discord it runs pretty independent of itself. And so I try not to disturb it. I try not to bother it. And so that's why I'm asking. I want you guys to really consider it. If you are in my Patreon, there is a tab for the community. Make posts. Yachako's one of the few that are both. I think Natanya is member only. She used to be member and patron, but I don't blame her for having just one. Chaco, I think. Chaco, Esteban. I think that's it. Chaco and Esteban are the only 2 that are both. Right, Silvar, that's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say is, like, what do you think would help propel me to 25,000? What do you think would help me, whatchamacallit? What do you think would provide more interest? Do you think having those things, and do you think I should restructure when I do certain streams? And like, this is just how I want you guys to think over. No, I mean, I make it public on Discord, then put it behind yeah, right. A schedule. I had a schedule, got all fucked up. Ew. It's gonna be only paws if it is. You're gonna get kitty paws and dog paws, and that'll be it. There was one Discord call once. This is when I was still in no system. Regularity and hilarity, right? Whatchamacallit though. So that's where I'm trying really hard to just make sure that I am worth your time and worth your effort and worth. I know I've got a solid 20 people who are here every stream with almost no hiccups. I've got a solid at least group of 40 people that's what Ginger Ninja. Yeah, but Ginger Ninja is far more popular than me. She is keeps and leaps above me in popularity, and also she does a lot more hard work than I do. I pay for toe beans with my pocket lint. The spice must flow, right? These are just things I want to talk about. I might try to hop on a Discord call and get some information on it, because I do have a voice channel in my Discord. You all can join at any time. Stuff like that. Just things I'm trying to figure out. But I think, first of all, having my OCs, whatchamacallit, having my OCs be something that you guys actually enjoy. Like, tell me which ones you like. Tell me which ones you enjoy seeing. I haven't really gotten to get a lot of them. Those are things that I'm, talking about. Her production is slow. Yeah, but she's a really attention to detail, though, Black Cats. Like, her animation is really good. She may be slightly damaged mentally, but the girl's got... Her artwork is worth it. Her quality of work is worth it. It is. I don't blame her for taking it slow. I wouldn't want it rushed. That's for sure. But that's things I wanted to leave you guys with. Those things I wanted to bring up. I like your OCs, especially Pleiko's ugly eel friend, right? She's not ugly. She's beautiful on the inside. In her own way, she's lovely. She hasn't animated in a while. Well, I know that she's had a lot of, depression, and obviously since this whole advent of, the whole pronouns thing, that definitely affected her. It's a whole Jimmy Jam. But either way, guys, I just wanted to bring that up because, again, I don't normally bring up the stuff. I can't tell how it comes off, so I just decide not to. But, I'm taking a risk, bringing it up to you guys, and I'm letting you marinate on it. Oogly. Whenever I hear that, all I think of is She's the Man. When Amanda Bynes is like, and all I see is what you are on the inside. Oogly. That's all I hear. Anyways, yeah, she is for now, I refuse to acknowledge that shit. I look into your eyes, I see what you really are. Ugly. Exactly. But either way, guys, that is why is she mental health. Mental health. That's all there is. She has a lot of insecurities about herself, and she was very confused about sexuality. And because she had a very bright, bubbly personality, she had a lot of people that were very close to her, but she would get scared. It was a whole thing. And she has videos on it that are a couple of years old now. But it is what it is. You want an orc OC called Orctavia, so make it. Jinja Ninja Moon. Or Ginja Ninja. I don't know how she says it. But anyways. So here's what I will tell you guys. This video out from yesterday. Should be another one out. She's almost sex. I can't with you, Liko. There's a video out today. That was from yesterday. There should be another video out this week. No more whatchamacallit. No more streams for this week. But a real orc, or you guys are distracting me. I'm gonna try to get some artwork posted into the Discord and onto the Patreon at least. So I'm not posting them on Instagram. I can at least post them on the patrons. And either way, guys, I wanted to thank you all. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for the discussion. It was very, very good. I want to thank you all for giving me your feedback. I want to thank you guys for your support. Because, you know, we're getting into a new year. We're getting into a fucking hectic year. And I just want to thank you guys because it's going to be a big one. So why don't you design it, Chaco? Make it into a model. Instead of saying what you want, do it. But either way, guys, I love you all. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. I will see you all next week. Remember, I stream Sunday nights with the Mother of Smother group, unless obviously something happens because it is a Sunday night. I am here Monday nights with Horror and Murata for the Star Murata Animal Show. And then I'm here on Tuesdays, usually at noon. I'm going to try to get better at that. I used to be once upon a time. But usually noon where we chat and we draw. Have a great day, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Stay safe. And I'll see you.